In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what the wealth trap is. Most importantly, I'm going to give you clear, actionable steps you can take to break free, secure your wealth, and finally make your retirement genuinely stress-free. You've spent a lifetime working hard, saving, and investing. You did everything right, and you feel like you're on track for a comfortable retirement that you've earned. But what if there's a quiet financial trap that's draining the savings of millions of people over the age of 50, often without them even noticing? It's a silent saboteur that can turn your golden years into a time of stress and anxiety. It's like a slow leak in a tire. You don't notice it at first, but eventually it leaves you stranded. In fact, it's not just a feeling, the numbers are actually there to back it up. A recent AARP survey showed that nearly 2/3 of adults over the age of 50 worry about having enough money in retirement. Even worse, more than 1/4 of those haven't retired yet, and they believe that they'll never be able to stop working. Many fall into this trap for a simple reason, and it has nothing to do with how much they've earned. It's a sense of seemingly harmless habits that, like a tiny crack in a dam, have been growing for decades. And it's not just one thing, but a collection of financial behaviors that become incredibly dangerous after the age of 50. So what's the first and most common part of this trap? It's actually a habit that seems responsible, but over the long run, it's financially destructive. It's the habit of paying yourself last. For the last 30 or 40 years, your financial life has probably followed a familiar script. Your paycheck comes in and right away that money flies out. The mortgage, the car payments, the utilities, the credit cards, the groceries, you pay everyone else first. It's like being the captain of a ship who only eats after the entire crew and all the passengers have had their fill. If supplies run low, the captain is the one who starves. Then whatever is left over, if anything is left over, is what you save. The problem, this approach turns your own financial future into an afterthought. Your savings become a maybe, something you'll get to if there's enough left. For anyone over 50, this is a critical mistake. Once you're in retirement, your income becomes fixed, while other costs like healthcare keep going up. There's no bigger paycheck coming down the road to make up for decades of putting your future last. This habit keeps you in a paycheck to paycheck cycle, even a great income, leaving you far less in savings than you deserve. The solution is simple, but it requires a huge mental shift. Treat your savings like your most important bill. Think of it this way. You have to pour concrete foundation for your future home before you put up the walls. Before you pay anyone else, you pay yourself first. The moment money hits your account, a portion of it, you should aim for 10 to 20%, should automatically move into a separate savings or investment account. Set it and forget it. When you automate it, you take the willpower out of the equation. You're no longer saving what is left after spending, but you're spending what's left after saving. I like to call this buying your time back. It was hard for me when I first started making money to even think about prioritizing saving or investing over paying my rent or mortgage. Because pay yourself first doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you're barely making ends meet. But buying your time back made all the sense in the world. If I could prioritize savings first, then one day I'd be able to buy my time back. I'd be able to walk away from that job that was treating me poorly and underpaying me, and I'd be able to pivot into retirement or doing something that really drove me. I knew buying my time back was going to be the key. The second part of the wealth trap is something that feels completely normal in our society: living with debt. We're told some debt is good and that carrying a balance is just modern life. But for those over 50, that mindset is a heavy anchor weighing you down. Whether it's a car payment, a mortgage, or that nagging credit card balance, high interest debt is the enemy of building wealth. The numbers are pretty shocking. A March 2025 AARP survey found that of older adults who carry a credit card balance, nearly 80% owe $10,000 or more. For many households, average debt has absolutely skyrocketed over the last few decades. Think of it this way. When you have debt, you're trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. The interest is the hole, constantly draining away at your hard-earned money. High interest credit card debt is the worst offender. With average rates now pushing past 22%, even a small balance can snowball, trapping you on an interest treadmill, where you're running as hard as you can just to stay in the same place. Every single dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that could have been growing and compounding for you. The solution is to declare a personal war on high interest debt. Start by building a small emergency fund, maybe 1 month of expenses. This is your buffer. After that, every extra dollar you have should be aimed toward your high interest debt, which is almost always a credit card. Use the debt avalanche method. Pay the minimum on all your debts, but throw every other cent at the one with the highest interest rate. This creates a powerful snowball effect. As you pay off one, you take the entire payment and roll it into the next one. That snowball gets bigger and faster, crushing your debts one by one. The third piece of the trap is more subtle, and it's not about doing something wrong, but about not doing something right. It's financial disorganization, the head in the sand approach to your money. This is when you have a vague idea of your finances, but you don't really track them. You avoid looking at your credit card statement because you're afraid of what you might see. You have no idea what your net worth is. The lack of clarity makes it impossible to build wealth. How can you fix leaks in your financial boat if you don't even know where they are? This habit leads to two big problems. The first is lifestyle inflation. When spending mysteriously rises to meet your income, it's like a gas that always expands to fill the container. The second problem is constant low-grade financial anxiety. When you don't have a clear picture, you're always worried about a surprise expense, which leads to stress and bad reactive decisions. The fix is a monthly financial review. This is a non-negotiable. Set aside 1 hour a month to do these 3 things. First, track your expenses. Second, look at your debt balance. And third, this is the most important one for your age group, calculate your net worth. This is your total assets minus your total debts. Your net worth isn't a report card for shaming yourself. It's your financial GPS. It shows you exactly where you are and helps you plot the best route to your destination. Watching that number go up month after month provides an incredible boost to your motivation. It proves your efforts are working, and it gives you the hard data you need to make smart, proactive choices instead of emotional ones. It turns the scary unknown into the known, and that's how you take back control. The fourth and maybe most damaging part of the wealth trap for people heading into retirement is holding on to the old idea that cash is king. After watching the stock market go up and down, it's completely understandable to feel like your money is safest sitting in a savings account. You've worked your whole life for it. The last thing you want to do is risk losing it. But here's the hard truth. In an inflationary world, cash is not safe. It is guaranteed to lose purchasing power every single day. If inflation is 3%, your cash loses 3% of its value every year. A staggering 92% of retirees are worried about inflation eating away at their assets. Keeping your life savings in a standard savings account is like trying to store ice in the sun. It's actively melting away. The fear of the market often leads people to be all in or all out, and both are the wrong approach. The solution isn't to take wild risks, it's to invest intelligently for your stage of life. Once you have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund in a high yield savings account, your long-term savings must be invested to beat inflation. Think of it like this. In your youth, you may have been a speedboat focused on aggressive growth. Now it's time for you to be a cruise ship focused on a safe, comfortable journey. The goal is no longer aggressive growth. It's capital preservation and generating income. You're shifting from building a mountain of money to making that mountain produce a steady stream of income. You're not trying to make the mountain taller. You're tapping into the natural resources of dividends and interest that flow from it. If you have no idea how to do this, then now is the time for you to find a financial advisor that you trust. They can help you build and create a plan that will balance safety with the need for growth, so your money's working for you and not just sitting there losing value. If you're finding this advice valuable and you're feeling ready to break free from these traps, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. My entire goal with this channel is to give you clear, no-nonsense financial advice to help you build a retirement that you can actually look forward to. Subscribing is the best way to make sure that you don't miss what's next. The final part of this wealth trap lives inside your own head. It's the scarcity mindset, the collection of invisible scripts about money you've picked up from childhood and life experiences. The deep-seated beliefs are an old, outdated operating system running your brain. It might have worked in the past, but now it's causing glitches and preventing you from running the new powerful programs you need for wealth. Beliefs like, I'll never be rich, wanting more money is greedy, or I'm just not good with money. This mindset leads to two destructive behaviors. First, self-sabotage. You might get an unexpected bonus and immediately spend it because deep down, you don't feel like you deserve to have it. It's like building a beautiful sandcastle and then kicking it over because you're afraid the tide will take it away. Second, it can paralyze you with fear, stopping you from taking smart, calculated risks like investing. This scarcity thinking keeps people focused on saving pennies. It's like meticulously bailing out of a rowboat with a thimble while ignoring the giant hole in the bottom. You're busy with the small stuff while the big problem is actually what's sinking you. If I'm being honest, this mindset held me back for years. So I'm not judging this, I've lived it. I didn't change my money by earning more or working harder. I changed it by breaking this mindset. And once I did, everything else started to move. Breaking free from this mindset takes conscious work. Start with awareness. The next time you make a financial decision, ask yourself, am I making this choice based on a goal for my future or a fear from my past? Start with celebrating your financial wins, no matter how small. You paid off a credit card, acknowledge it. Your net worth went up this month, feel good about it. This practice rewires your brain to connect good financial habits with positive emotions. Finally, change the voice you listen to. Read books, listen to podcasts, watch content from people who have a healthy, abundance-oriented mindset about wealth. Building wealth isn't just a math problem, it's a mindset problem. Upgrading that internal operating system is the final key to unlocking real, lasting financial freedom. The wealth trap that catches so many people over 50 isn't one big mistake. It's the slow, quiet result of these 5 habits: paying yourself last, accepting debt as normal, staying financially disorganized, fearing investing, and living with a scarcity mindset. But this trap is not a life sentence. You have the power to dismantle it, one piece at a time. Start by investing in yourself first and pouring the foundation of your future. Declare war on your high-interest debt and start that debt snowball. Commit to a monthly financial review to get clear on your financial GPS. Invest your long-term savings intelligently so they don't melt away like ice in the sun. And challenge those old, outdated money scripts that are holding you back. By taking these steps, you can turn a future of financial anxiety into one of security, confidence, and true peace of mind. You can make sure that the golden years you worked so hard for are everything you dreamed they would be. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.